up to events like this. So shout out Evil Geniuses for putting on like this. City Boys, obviously, huge shout out for putting on this performance that we're seeing against a tier 1 organization. But it all comes down to this. We've got that Phoenix locked in. It's Boostio rocking that one once more. The composition has not changed up. And I love that we get the Astros. EG start on the defense. Zachary's not alone this time around.
Gauss early break to the alarm bot. That'll be something to watch out for continuing through this matchup. That might be a consistent breakage of utility. Over the molly.
That was actually huge. Jogamo here on the site, still trying to fight through it as Boostio. Out through the Nebula smoke, but will fall. And it was a haunt that was so delayed. And I think maybe would have even gone off the map. And Apoth is looking up at it and not ready for the paint shell. So Gucci collects that kill to kick off this push onto the site. At the end of the day, he is taken down himself. Zachary gonna drops a couple of knife slashes. They're gonna open up this door. Turret goes down and should spot Zachary just a second. No one, his teammate trying to help him out. Running out of bullets, unfortunately, is Calm and Okeanos there to close out the round. It's a pistol for City Boys.
Yeah, a bit of distraction and a good double satchel for continued distraction to come through off those blast packs. Gucci gets to the back of the site. Paint shells to kill that first player. And then he stays so consistently into that site that he is able to distract Jogamo. Makes that fight awkward for him. So even though there is that Asher utility there to stall the teammates out, Gucci gets that kill in the back of the site, netting him that one and then netting that space to be taken, keeps himself alive, and gets back with the rest of the team that gets segmented behind it. Able to convert themselves a round win. And hey, man, we gave some shout outs at the start of this map. Shout out to you, Tanner Metro. Knew what the competition would be. You were right about it. Hey, show some love to my man, Tanner Metro, in the chat, boys.
Hey, you know, hey, I just looked it up, you know.
Nah, I mean, I feel come on.
Hey, I appreciate you, but I just looked. Hey, anybody could do my job. Anybody in chat could be a caster right now. Don't let your dreams
They think
be
so.
dreams.
That's for sure.
They do feel that way. They do feel that way.
I love you guys. No more. Without you guys, there's no stream. Hey, man, thanks for watching.
True. Yeah. Shout out chat for coming and hanging out with us. Hyping up the moments. Like that 1v4 for Calm at the end of things. We might be quite far away from another 1v4, although he is around the corner from the 1v1. Maybe gonna find Giovanni. Nope. The Killjoy footsteps. Those Ugg boots slapping the ground a bit too hard. Okeanos, so bringing a rifle into this round. That makes this one a fairly potent one. Okay, Jogamo. Steals one kill. There's that rifle coming online, taking out Apoth. Well, couldn't quite find the timing on the Zachary. Now the last one standing, Jogamo.
30 seconds left.
1v3 has a Spectre, takes down the first. Now looking to fight here against Giovanni. Tries to run him down, right click for damage. Forced to reload, just around the corner, no Prowler out. This is always the worst when the util catches you. Push Jogamo to do it again. Spike now planted. Prowler goes out, does not reveal the player stairs. Is he expecting him here? Yes, he is! Jogamo from the depths will find 4 kills on the round, will upgrade to a rifle, and find the defuse.
Thrifty. Weapon here.
Maniac.
Next time we'll use wooden sticks.
Vandal for his troubles. Thrifty round, convert it. Easy
Surely.
to take that one. And man, that feels
Surely,
good.
Cat. City Boys won't let him Thrifty, right? Why do it keep happening?
Surely. Nah, man. It's the skill difference to come through sometimes, man. That's really what that one chalks down to. It's played well from the City Boys. Giovanni comes through a main. He takes the pick onto Calm. There was initially the 4-stack from EG. 2 players pull away. They go to market instead. They give the space away on the B site. City Boys take it. They get to site. There's a little bit of a cheeky play from Apoth on the timing. Sits on that green box, grabs one, can't grab the second. It's a quick refrag. All the boxes are checked for City Boy. Plant goes down, ready for the post. And then Jogamo shows up. It doesn't matter what you started. I'm here to finish it, and does. Finds a 4K, and that one, you know, sometimes, and it's the worst thing to happen to you in a competitive game, man. You do everything right. You make the right plays. You still lose the round.
Yeah, I'm wondering, how did they not know that Jogamo had, you know, the timing had to work out perfectly, that Jogamo was able to walk up switch, grab that Spectre, and Okeanos just completely disregarding, you know, a push from Sidewalk.
Yep.
It's a bit of an oversight there for City Boys, and they're definitely kicking themselves for it as we sit in this technical pause. Usually things like this are comms issues. Not comm the player, but comms communication, so maybe something like that. Or maybe somebody slammed their mouse at the end of that round, and they need to grab a new one.
Yeah, only player lacking moving right now is Giovanni. Starting to look like a keyboard issue. Keyboard's back. Good to go. You know, you get the wireless peripherals. Come unplug. Come uncharge.
Nobody has
Find
the
the plug.
wireless
Get it back in
keyboard,
there.
man.
You don't have a wireless keyboard?
Stop.
Bro,
You don't.
come on. Who doesn't
Stop.
use a wireless keyboard, guys?
That's cap. Stop trying to call me poor
one in the
right
chat
now,
who's a
dude.
wireless keyboard. Let them know. If you're
Just got
broke, man, just
broke
say that.
check. Got
What'd
broke
you say?
check live
I don't speak broke.
broadcast.
I don't know what you're saying, big dog. Hey, always next time for you, buddy. It'll be next time for City Boys. This one's not going to go well. I'll call this one quickly. All the KJ utility is here. The Astra util ready to go. This alarm bot should trigger the spree of it. Gradual didn't come through. They stepped into space. Very interesting. City Boys has room to work with. Calm on scaffold now to grab one.
Yeah, and a Gravity will to worry about himself. Trying back away from it. Backstab though. Coming on through and well, Calm good for 3 kills on the round. And because of the damage that was dealt in the rounds prior, that's a lockdown online for the Killjoy.
And well, surely they don't thrifty him. That they will not. So, EG with the rifles, the upgraded weapon, the upgraded utility on the defense is used quite nicely. Keeps all those rifles alive, and that puts us into the first gun round of the game. Is round 4. It's time for the rifles to shine. Time to see what you're really made of. City Boys down by 1 as we get here. Quickly can equalize if they win this round.
Deploy.
The util exchanged. No real info to come off of it. Zachary gonna have space on this top of the A main wall. Has a look down into main. Recognize it's clear, and City Boys once again looking towards that A split. Back away, and I can't blame him for how much util was capped. That KJ sweet position this round gonna be over towards that B site.
You know, at the start of this round, I was also gonna say util exchange. Just run.
Hey,
the
great
same
minds think
wavelength.
alike, man. It's that
Yeah,
easy.
great minds think alike. Well, it turns out you do speak broke, Catinator.
You got me.
And just like that, oh, how the mighty have fallen. How the turns table. Uh-oh, speaking of falling, Calm needs to sneak away, and he'll do so successfully. Pancakes hot on his heels with a fragment to slow things down. And, I mean, that lockdown coming at 55 seconds really slows things down for City Boys. Now they have to commit to this B
30
site.
seconds left.
Blast Pack doesn't quite find the movement that Gucci was hoping for, and as they
enemy
push on,
remaining.
only a couple of kills answered back. Now Pancakes, right for the taking. The Champion's Vandal to sit him down. Where's the Champion's Phantom? Nobody's rocking it today? Or it's not on Tournament Realm.
Interesting take.
Maybe that's what it is.
That could be it, actually. Tough. Very tough. Regardless, EG not tough in the win column. Going to find themselves another one. Gap gets bigger. City Boys broke on the money. They're going to grab themselves stingers. Broke just like Tanner Metro. And we'll see what profits they can find. Definitely going to need something here. A couple kills, possibly a spike plant. Get out Deco. All right.
There.
Yeah, the CB stand for chillin' broke. They're just chillin'
Just a long pause that come with that one.
and broke.
Bomb grenade.
No, I was sitting on a couple of things. I went with, you know, not the self-deprecating humor of calling this a team-et round for, you know, and just jumping down that rabbit hole of
Mike
being a
King.
broke boy.
I love a man who stands up for himself.
Hey, you know, we're out here. Hey, we're sticks and stones out here. You know what I'm saying?
He probably stands
Sticks
up
and
for
stones
himself. Out towards line. He's found himself one, and he's gotten away as well. Nebula popped. Gives him that vision island to step all the way out of dodge. Got to be suppressed now. No extra utility, but will walk away. So doesn't need the util. Use this the good old-fashioned wireless keyboard instead.
30
Comes down to
seconds left.
on the flank, so there's no shenanigans to be had there. Boys just
enemy
can't find their way through main. Boost Shield picked up 2 with the Phoenix popping heads as aforementioned.
Nothing's
Jogamo finished the round. It's flawless on the inside. Go. It's a 4-1 score line for Evil Geniuses.
A 4-1 for EG. 7-1 for JG. Jogamo.
Oh.
Which I did sauce out for the clout. And I'm sorry. I did sauce out a very promiscuous tweet in way of how Jogamo pronounces his name. And he did introduce himself as Jogamo. So we can bury the hatchet on that one for casters across the board. You know, for the players and the fans and the friends in chat, he introduced himself to me as Jogamo. So that's just so that way it's common knowledge now moving forward for everybody.
I've been new.
And this was I was actually begging him for money, is what it was.
Oh.
When he introduced himself to me.
Well, that's valid.
So that's the backstory behind it all.
You need a couple dollars? Get him, Metro?
Yeah, it's like, you know, he's a salaried player. I was like, hey, let me hold $1.
No, that's respectable. That's respectable. Held up a little bit before the start of this round as we get that timeout to come through. And can you blame the guys? Struggling to find answers early into this one. Early timeouts to come through. And we'll see if the City Boys have found themselves any answers.
Oof. It's going to be a tough one to deal with, although they should be ready for it. Lucio does get sent back. Okeanos going to get tagged up by utility. Now the suppression to come on through. City Boys off the back end of the B main aggression. Want to try and go aggressive themselves. 5 players stacked up, and Giovanni collects one through the wall. It's Jogamo to fall. And no anti-spam to be had. I was wondering where the Odin would get value, and it's right there at the start of the round.
It is Cosmic Divide to head into mid, but it's just Archway. Their own divide, now the bane of their resistance, but it is going to fade away. Alarm bot is not on the other hand, it's still going to be into mid. The Prowler, out for the pop, flash found 1. Zachary the trade back into the direction. Busco still outward seats caught by Okeanos though. Comedy involved, Apoth as well. A 1v2 for him now. Both players going to be towards that CT side. Spike planted shallow.
Spike planted.
A lot of angles to worry about. And time's slowly becoming a problem here for Apoth. And he's just standing just outside the market. I thought Giovanni maybe pushing him. No stars to play with, unfortunately. So has to go into this one dry, and he's looking the wrong way. Headshot to the back of the head. It's Okeanos to close out the round, and it's City Boys to finally get one back in the win column.
Yeah, cost a Nightfall, but clears that front of the site. So I argue the value definitely worth it. A step forward into mid. Looking for that Cosmic Divide. Looking for the opportunity to walk into the B site. Just so much utility. The Astro from Apoth still finding value with that Nebula. I believe we get that fragment, or that Molly, excuse me, from Boostio to come out as well into the smoke. So it's so hard to try to get out that choke point. You need that space into mid, and so they have to take everybody into mid for that spacing. Gets dicey for a minute. Players consistently jumping off of Cat, just trying to find frags. City Boys handle it well. Manage to find themselves around one. Back to B, they'll go.
Hot hand's kind of an issue. Good chip damage with just that bit of utility alone. Showstopper out towards the site, and there's nobody home. Unfortunately, it's Gucci just using that ultimate to gain this space. Now the retake is available. All 5 still alive for both of these players. Sort of force online for Okeanos. We'll see if he can find some extra value with it. Zachary falls. Another retake to come on through. Cosmic Divide from across the map from Apoth trying to help his team out. Gucci to push aggressive atop the stairs. Reformed will fall. The odds are even in the C's. Unfortunately, just a bit shallow from the fragment as the next shot doesn't quite connect. Who's going to stay alive? With the spray, 100 rounds in the drum for Giovanni, and he can just hold down Mouse 1 as Apoth gets spotted up, almost taken down, shots to the wall. They try and exchange. We go back and forth once more, but now it's all up to Calm. And unfortunately, in this situation for Calm, he's running out of time. Turret goes out. Save to be the call. And containment now the name of the game. Just going to swing off of his turret. His Pancake's low on HP. Won't
One
fall to the
enemy
turret.
remaining.
Now needs to try and back away. No, will fall himself, and it's Giovanni. Hang on to the 3,200 credit Odin. And City Boys, they find another.
Yeah, man, that post-plant util was handsome. Holding all of EG for ransom up into CT. They just don't have room to work with. C's to come forward. Fragment as well. Just constantly held back. When they finally get to break through, get to step into sight, it's a haunt up CT stair. So the information is there of where those players want to go. They just do not have an option to get out onto the post-plant. They throw that Cosmic Divide. They try to clear off the back of Boathouse to get those isolated fights onto site. But they can't get out of CT, so they can never find the value in that ultimate.
That Odin for Giovanni is proven to be huge.
Huge price point, but huge value for sure for this player.
Bring them down.
On exchange, Lucio out. This cat will exchange shots. Will win his first duel. Keanu's gonna fall. It's a chamber gone. It's lurk value. Jogamo gonna pick up Gucci. And a confused City Boys roster now.
Embarrassing.
Lucio stepped out of cat and just caught Zachary on a timing. This is a very scuffed round. We're at the circus right now, and well, it's not looking great if you're City Boys.
No, not looking great. That's, I believe, the second flawless that we've seen from EG in their 5-round wins. There's one minor victory in that round for City Boys, and it's that Calm used the lockdown in that round to no avail. Obviously, nobody's out towards that B site, but still a round loss nonetheless, and momentum stolen away from the attack.
Yeah, and unfortunately that round just never really looks put together for City Boys. Just never really looks like they're able to get anything going. Isolated so long. I think there's maybe a potential if Zachary's able to sneak forward into mid, but that's caught out too. Just everything accounted for EG and just nothing really able to get created. So City Boys back onto that eco. Frenzy's in hand. They're going to cross through mid thanks to the Nebula. We'll take Pancake as farther forward. Alarm bot. We'll take a look over towards Cat where Jogamo is ready and wait.
Catch them.
Yeah, a wonderful C's basically catches everybody there. They have nowhere to go, and I mean, oh no way! Okeano's there to answer back. Fortunately, damage mitigation is here.
A.
The janitors to try and clean things up out towards the catwalk. And it's Pancakes once more. Has a rifle. A 1v3 though. Not the most winnable of situations. 0 point and 65 HP. A small victory in this would be a death means no command online. Instead, he'll do it in way of a kill. But now he has to try and retrieve this spike and make a play in 45 seconds.
You know, that doesn't sound like that much time.
No.
Potentially gives options to kill some utility. KJ util is not going to be
30 seconds left.
To the kill. It's a player to kill for Apoth, and Pancakes will fall. A 3K for the Astra. A 6-3 score line. There's 3 rounds to lead. For what is this T1 roster going into things? Gun round back on its way. Like to see a little bit of slower pacing here for the boys of the city. They've had good looks into mid, breaking that alarm bot. It's been a struggle though to really pivot off the space once they've grabbed it. We'll see if that can change up here back into a gun round. Okay, J-Util up yet. There it is. Alarm bot deep into Cat.
And they want to get that early info. I'm wondering what the play off of that deep alarm bot is. We'll have to see if it does come to fruition, unfortunately, for us and the spectators. Okay, never mind. It doesn't look like they're leaning that way. I will say for Okeanos, obviously this map that provides different angles, but has yet to lean on the operator investment, right? On this attacking side.
Absolutely. That comes in a bit of the fact that he's predominantly on the lurk. Timing. Jogamo pull out to haunt. Caught by Okeano, so he'll step forward. Nightmares in the Fade's head. That's a walk into the site. That's a plant going to go down over towards B. Post plant on its way, and it just took one free frag to come through. I mean, you could call the North Command as well, but this team's got a lot of utility to work with for the post.
Yeah, expecting somebody close because of that 0 point, but they're still not able to manage the kills. And Gucci, I mean, it's just going back and forth. The teeter-totter of frags. 1 for 1 for the ultimate for another. Almost grabs Boostio. But the head glitch is not quite enough. Speaking of head glitch, it's Zachary around. It's Boostio for 4. Almost finds the 5th, but Pancakes survives. And City Boys put together another win.
Man, it's the Gucci versus Boostio show into that round. Talk about the fact that Gucci sometimes just gets to walk away with stuff, it feels like, and he walks away with so many kills into that one. Comes down to CT, full confidence, takes slow 1v1s, consistent refrag, reswings. He's confident, never changing on the angle, continues to hit those shots. And Boostio's usage of the flame wall there to try to isolate those 1v1s is quite clean. Comes through, recognizes the player under him on that platform. Instead of finding that player, takes the lane player first, then comes the platform, then looks for that final 1v1. Can't win in the end, but really good isolation. Pretty dang close because of that wall utility.
Oh, no way. A 0 point to turn off the ultimate. Boostio does it again. 6 kills in the last 2 rounds. And City Boys are scrambling. They're heading for the hills. Zachary wants to try and get this lurk, and he does so successfully. Calm just out of range of the util that's available to the Killjoy, and that will be the death of a teammate. Okeanos. Oh no, not like this. No way! Okeanos goes down, but he was low HP. The backstab just around the corner is Boostio. Gonna try and run down Giovanni, who's on low HP. The pre-fire not gonna be enough, and Boostio wants another 4K cat. The dude just ulted again!
1v2, and well, another 4K. The ult to come back through, that's the benefit of what is minuscule ult
Last round
man,
before the switch.
running it back and then instantly running it back again. This man, 14-7, and it definitely shows a 7-4 scoreline for EG. 3 rounds to separate and no money for the City Boys.
Turret out.
That is absolutely absurd for Boostio. Back-to-back rounds, ulted.
You want to play? Let's play.
That is
setup to come
insane,
through,
man.
And look at this hole that they get onto the A site. Then you include the fact that they've got that Nebula hot hands combination for Boostio to consistently shut down the B site as well. On top of that, they have prowlers if they need them, but they haven't really had to use them. They've been able to sit on just 2 agents worth of utility. It makes things so hard for the City Boys to find a way to get into this map. They're back into mid. Playing this one a bit slower. Weaponry's not what you would hope it to be. They got to force buy into this one since it is that last round. Pop flash will hit nothing. No one to swing off of it though, so a bit of non-versation there and towards the middle of the map.
And that was looking like the Nightfall queued up for Giovanni. Opts out of it for just a second. Now gonna go right back to it. Stars on top of Dice. A couple of players marked up Indicate. Here comes Boostio, but just behind him was Giovanni. A beautiful flash from Pancakes, and the Stinger will allow for another kill. Apox only able to collect 1 here on the defense. And things aren't looking great on the opposite side as Giacomo falls. Reform now going to jump his way onto the site, but again, same story. A player in front, a player behind. And it's Pancakes. 3 kills on the round. It's City Boys to 5. We're going to swap sides. And this is the last half of the series. We're still in our upper bracket. So the loser of this still has life in the tournament. But Cat, what a series thus far. Just when it looked like EG were pulling away here on Ascent, City Boys, they grab it right back and they make it look doable.
Yeah, that they do off of what is a nice 2-prong util dump. We don't always get to see them take that util dump off of the secondary avenue as well. So they get that pressure up into Cat. Splits the defense, gives them that space to come at A. Great usage of the Prowler to clear the player in the back of green box and those flashes. Man, textbook. To get those first 2 players off those close angles. Able to find themselves pretty solid round. Win the pistol, surely you get things tied up.
You are a pistol round away from a 7-7 game, and that's a pretty good start. Boostio, though, to equalize. Flash reared up and ready to go just around the corner, but he opts out of it. Instead, it'll just be a right click from Zachary. The spike falls, and now Calm gonna try and pick up the pieces. They both turn on the flash, but they still find the kills. It's Pancakes to collect, and it's Reformed and Apoth the only two remaining for Evil Geniuses. The paint shells at the feet will back Apoth away, and they're split up, right? They have to try and retrieve this spike. The defenders, they're all on top of it. Reformed back for one. Sees as Reformed will jump away. It's allowed Apoth all of the space out towards A.
Opportunity to pinch with Reformed thanks to said space. They'll be down any moment here. It'll make this one awkward for Apoth if he's not careful. It's a long route to get here for Reformed. Possibly has Dagger back by the time he does get around. Apoth's taking space. Caught by Zachary. Now Reformed. He's arrived. He's found two. A 3K for the KO. Make it a one-on-one.
No. No. No.
I don't know how they clutch like this, man.
No. 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 Dude, go. This series for City Boys is going to be a crushing one to go back and watch because of the rounds that they let slip away like that. No. No.
Yep. And I mean, when we really look at the difference between tier 1 and tier 2, it almost always ends up being disciplined. Mechanics get pretty close. If you've got players passionate enough, strategies get pretty close. But man, those crucial moments, those big end of round moments is where you really start to see the difference. Formed out early off the pop. He's caught Zachary. He's playing forward with the shorty. It's an eco round. Brother's got to do what he's got to do. Fortunately, can't find the value.
And now EG, when they have so many options, one defender down, each site going to be weakened. Sokianos out towards mid. Will be taken down. Good 0 point to delay some of this util that was going to be coming to fruition from Boostio. However, he just pushes his way onto the site and finds a kill on the pancakes. Giovanni has gone undetected thus far. Gucci can't say the same. One of two remaining for City Boys. And imagine a world where Giovanni just hopped on the spike and gets used, man.
That'd be a fun one. No cover, no nothing. Jobbing straight on, but it's not to beat. I'll keep imagining, but not to see it in front of my eyes today. It's 9-5, EG. Taking after Dolly Parton here in this round, starting off on their bonus.
It's a weaker bonus, surprisingly, for Evil Geniuses than what we've seen in the past.
Yep.
Bring them down.
It's interesting, man. I mean, typically their bonus consists of 5 rifles, light armor. This time it's 5 Spectres, full armor. The old reversal.
The old reversal. Boostio, a lot of weight on his shoulders here on the attacking side. Really get things started for his team. Instead, he's the only player out towards mid. No command and a fragment. He's going to be taken down. A push onto the site. And, well, unfortunately, that overpower from the overdrive isn't going to be enough. It's blue in the kill feed for everybody here. They cut him down. And it's a near flawless round. They punish the aggression of Evil Geniuses.
EG looking to flood their way through Cat, and they get some spacing. City Boys happy to pinch once they're there. Good teamwork to make that one possible for the gang. We walk away with it, and the issue is now you look at EG on the full gun. So you handle them once. Those Spectres, now you got to handle them when they've got the full kit at their disposal. We might get the look down for Okeanos pretty early into B lobby. Nothing to be met with, though. It's EG posturing A.
I think it's calm to play this spam, counter spam game with Giovanni. It's kind of ringing true. No way that Util caught out. Gucci almost caught out with Util his own, but instead he's getting bailed out by his team. Zachary there to help him out. And Apoth and Giacomo find themselves in a sticky situation. Now it's just Apoth. He's just going to push right through the smoke. And a flawless round for City Boys. And EG bot. That was a full rifle round, and it was over before you knew it.
Great util to work on the A main side of things, but B main too. They take care of comms so quickly. 0 point goes down for Pancakes from CT. Comms suppressed. Turret goes down. Sneaks Okeanos forward. Turret's about to come back up. Giovanni swings, breaks it with the Odin. No knowledge Okeanos is going to be there. Comm's going to throw an alarm bot to get away to get back with the team. Gets caught. So that's going on. That's chaos in the comms. And then the team trying to find their way forward into A main. The City Boys staying composed, staying together there in that situation. Able to send it home. And then, of course, you got to add in a little bit of stars, a little bit of Astra util to make it that much easier.
Good haunt. Reveals Gucci. Takes a sheriff shot through the wall. Okeanos, an aggressive posture out towards mid once more. Last time it was with the headhunter. This time with the vandal. And he's able to find 1 kill onto Boostio. Escapes with his life. Goes back for some more out towards mid and just continues to punish this EG squad. Just keep feeding them. He'll gladly eat these kills. This Giacomo and friends once more. This time, not Apoth, but Reformed. 0 point. I believe reveals 2. Both Pancakes and Zachary going to be noted on this position. Prowler for information once more. And Gucci to play spoiler out towards mid.
All Flash Reformed has seen nothing. Same story with the Haunt. So they've got mid control. They've got a 2-2 split here. The City Boys. So either way they play, they're playing even.
30
Stevens
seconds
on
left.
the numbers. A shoulder peek from John. He's seen both players.
Oh! No way. I thought with Giacomo looking away, the timing would escape, but Reformed is ready for it now. They have to plant safe, and they plant in the best spot possible, just behind the dice. The spike goes down, so does Giacomo, though, and now Reformed has to try and hang on. But triangulated on the site, and City Boys will do it again. They don't get thrifty by Evil Geniuses, and they bring us within 1.
Actually, they don't get thrifty. 8-9. Back into the gun round. EG. See what mix-up is going to be. They get into mid in that round, but it's into mid very late. They've only got 2 players left. City Boys are able to split the defense. They don't need that mid control. They recognize quickly. A good heads-up play as well from Giovanni to get down there into CT, to have that shoulder peek and to spot those players. And like this, the timeout to come through. Start to lose that momentum. Start to slip a bit. Let's reconvene. Let's get back together. I almost certainly we see a new default come out of this timeout.
Yeah, you said it. Slowly slipping away in some of these rounds where Evil Geniuses are kind of just running in dry. Just like we saw at the, not the previous round because it's an eco, but their last rifle round, right? Right after the bonus, they buy up and they're kind of just funneling in through A main, expecting to just be able to frag out. And instead, they're just dying without being traded, pushing through smokes. A little too aggressive. Not enough behind some of these peaks. I think kind of the one shining ray of hope coming into this next round for Evil Geniuses is that Boostio has this run it back, but it would still be nice. Although it is a free life for the Phoenix, it would still be nice to see some type of setup behind it, so that way he's not just running in, immediately getting one tapped, and then the round is, you know, ultimately reset.
Okeanos deep mid, out of the totem range thus far. No peeks to come through yet. Players close. It's not quite. Now is out. Caught the jump peek, but can't find the frag. Rendezvous back to safety though. Suigi has taken 1 prowler, but they've cleared themselves in to the start of mid. Thinking about Archway.
And very smart. How many times have we seen those prowlers, or even any utility, right? Just giving the wrong call over to a team. So to also be playing that jump peek
Face your fear!
is absolutely huge. Now we have that run it back online. The Nightfall tags up 2 players, but they're still here. The defenders, they don't care. They can still see as Boostio grabs one with the ultimate. Gucci gets one from the grave. And it's City Boys. 2 players ahead of Zapoth. At the end of it all, finds himself the only member alive of Evil Geniuses.
30 seconds
A
left.
1v1 directly in front of him. Oh, the Caesar will catch him in place. Giovanni going to play the jump peaks, ensure the decay will slowly come back up in way of HP. Once more, Apoth. Evil Geniuses, they're about to be triangulated.
Yeah, we talk about the fact that we see this team consistently throw rounds just like this. This time, different case. Giovanni will not give the peek to CT before there's help on its way. There's a player B main, there's a player market. They triangulate, and they do not play off of it. You learn your lesson after enough clutches gone awry. So the City Boys able to take that one. They've tied it up at 9-9 after what was the EG timeout. City Boys, I mean, of course, your opponent takes a timeout. Guess what? You get sucked for a minute too. They play a lot closer on the defense. Okeanos comes a lot farther into mid with that operator. We get Gucci all the way into B lobby. The Nightfall comes through, tags 2. Prowler's on its way. Gucci's so confident on the angle regardless. Still finds a shot, breaks the Prowler. It's like nothing happened.
Here.
Man. Calm. Playing with fire there. Life or death. Walking up and getting aggressive inside B main to try and get that turret down. Almost punished for it. Meanwhile, he's going to punish. Good alarm bot. We'll make sure that nobody gets too aggressive. Out through B main. No command, however, comes through. This one on the side of Pancakes. Just going to spray things down. The fragment hits Boostio in the face. He survives to find the kill in response. As the rocket comes through, and the Phoenix surely won't survive that. Apoth does, however. It's another 1vX situation. It's another angle here from Giovanni with the Odin. Pancakes will eventually be finished off as Okeanos plays the shorty from long range. And it's the Odin from close range, so a bit of role reversal with the weapons that were available. But the most important thing is that City Boys have now grabbed themselves the lead.
What a slugfest of around EG, just trying to make the pieces work. They just don't quite fit. Rifles in the hands should hopefully change the story for this team. They are down that one. A City Boys lead, as mentioned, has come on through. Ultimates to work with for EG. Now you're a team that just lost, what is it, 3 rounds in a row now? I'm willing to burn all 3 of these ults just to win a round.
Alarm bot out.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's crazy to think that we're just getting this lockdown where we got 2, maybe 3 on the defensive side for City Boys. So Calm having a really quiet attacking half here. Giovanni tossed out the Prowler. The flashes, lots of util tossed out. And I mean, this Odin seemingly always going to be a problem for anybody who wants to push through B main. Now jumping up top. Calm can get the lockdown through. See, there it is. Destroyed Giovanni. Just an absolute menace with this weapon.
0 value. 0 value. It's like it never existed. Talk about the fact it took so long for that to get there in the first place. It's found nothing. It's not even really a good bait tool because it was utilized to actually take the site for players in lobby when it goes down. Now that you got to rethink, you got to try to work CAD instead. No command to work with. You burned 2 ultimates, still haven't found the value. You got a Cosmic Divide left. Potentially goes for the scaffold. You're going to try to work your way into A from CAD. Okeanos stopping it so far.
Yeah, Okeanos not going to allow it. Good C's to reveal one, but Okeanos still here to help his teammate out. Zachary falls, not before Okeanos finds third. Okeanos! 4 kills on the round. The A site completely locked down. EG tried to walk in. Okeanos said, "Who do you know here?" And sent them all packing, man. They didn't pass the vibe check.
Hey, it's a good math equation from EG going into that round. They just forgot a variable. Come through, null command early with that lockdown to try to get your way into the B site. You forget to consider X. You forget to consider the Odin of Giovanni. Still there on the site, still lane. Spam through the wall. Lockdown's gone. You're not getting to site, and they don't. Have to leave, have to go towards CAD instead, and that was not working. Giannis just mentioned playing bouncer.
Yeah, and man, to go back to that, that is just, it's just a silly mistake. Calm doing the same thing, just continues to challenge inside B main, getting punished for it.
Bomb buddy out.
Needs to leave the ego at the door. Not too sure why he continues to fight for that space after losing it time after time, but even in that play, right, the no command is to turn off the abilities. So your paint shells, so your fragment can't do damage. The fragment landing on the box kills the lockdown on the floor, sure. But with no fragment, you can put the lockdown on the floor. There's no problems there. So to put it up on top of the box where it can be spammed, that's a huge blunder for Evil Geniuses. And now they're paying for it as we trade 0 point for 0 information had. Boostio just narrowly missing the shot on Okeanos, and he'll be allowed to survive.
Yeah, that could have been a break for EG, and it's not going to come through.
Neutral up.
Gucci will find damage on Busio here. Does get flash, but no swing off of it. No fragment in its wake. So Busio stalled off. Let the team to take their way towards main. Zachary picking up one from sight in the second as well. That leaves Busio, the low player, get to find one. Pancakes to fall. Gucci looking for his third shorty kill of the game, but Giovanni's come through on the spam tile to take it. It's match point for the City Boys.
Match point.
Man, they've taken us all the way through this series, and they got themselves one round away from taking it home.
One round away from taking it home. City Boys and find themselves sitting nice and pretty, a little bit deeper in this upper bracket, or the upper side of the bracket. And Evil Geniuses, sure, they can buy. They've got a couple of ultimates available, but they need to figure out a way to put these together and win 3 rounds in a row just to get us to overtime, and they want to do it quickly. Flash queued up instead. It's going to be that run it back. Prowler goes out. Nightfall finds nothing here on the side as Pancakes plays just off site. The door comes down. Pancakes to make quick work of that one. Still a Nebula smoke to worry about, so he won't push through that one. But Cat, we find ourselves 5v5 here as the spike is planted.
5v5, and you got a Cosmic Divide to work with for Zachary to try to isolate these defenses. Come all the way back towards Tile. Apoth up towards Cat is found 2. That second frag, massive. Shut down defense opportunities. Pancake's gonna fall as well. Storm will grab 2 of his own. Okeanos has 1 back, but that's it. Jogamo with the floor bang on the scaffold player. 10-12. EG have found themselves a must-win round to bring it 2 away from overtime. Consistently putting City Boys on the fence, and now that's where they're at.
And Nightfall, run it back, both used in that one, and the site conceded by City Boys. They got a little overzealous out towards mid. They thought they had Calm locked down in that refrigerator corner. And, well, he wasn't there because nobody's watching top mid. Apoth was able to collect a couple of kills. Grabs the bag for the team and is a catalyst to winning that 10th round and finding double digits. Now they have to do it again. And not that it's the worst buy. We got Okeanos on the shorty because he's got that ult online and he's holding that angle. And I mean, this is a dynamic duo, right? It's the Odin, it's the Operator, it's the Odin, it's Okeanos. They've been playing so aggressive and refusing to give up space in B main.
Let's jump peek from Zachary towards the back of the A site. He'll have all that staple Astra utility to try to keep the folks out of this site. That's where EG's looking to go. He's out towards B main, is whiffed the shot. It's gone to safety. Once again, that fight towards Kama has gone down, and this time it's left both players alive. So Kama look towards mid, gonna be there for Cat to help his team out. But everybody else is A main. Can they get out of this Astra utility? It's the Nebula Gravity Well to stall so far. The fragment's out as well.
And Calm creeping up through mid. Pancakes is ready for it. Now looking to play the flash. The Nebula smoke. Flashes 3. He takes down 3, and Zachary collects one of his own. And now Apoth has to try and hang on, but City Boys will